Alright guys, Furkage here and welcome back to the brand new video. Here we are, solo leveling our eyes will be the topic. I've been liking Go. The design is absolutely wonderful. It's such a refreshment having a male hunter in the game. If you're wondering should you summon for him and many other things, check out my previous video or one of my previous videos. On today's video, like I promised, we're gonna do the best build guide. I will show you all the ways how you can build Go and how you can use him from A0 to A5. And we're gonna discuss, although I already talked about A0 to A5, how good he is and everything else, but we're gonna connect it with the artifacts because we're talking about the best build. I will also mention the best teams, and overall we'll talk about him. And on the next video, we will do the showcase. We will showcase him in action. We also did that on live stream, but we're gonna go now in a little bit more details. Anyways, make sure to support me in content creator program. I have so much codes, guys. I have so much codes. Currently now we have 672 supporters. On the previous video, mainly I talked about the codes, so I won't repeat myself. But this number might be increased now when you're watching this for sure, because I will upload this video a little bit later on. Massive shout out to my top supporters, and like I said, support me, support me, support me. Look how many more codes I have left. Look how many, and most of them are essence. So yeah, make sure to support me 100%. It will be worth it. But yeah, it's doing amazing. Roll to 700 supporters. I really appreciate that. It's doing amazing. Okay, so Go GUNHEE, how to build him and what is his best usage. So there is two ways how you want to build him, mainly as a support, or you will go the DPS route. Okay, but we're talking about the best builds, so let's talk about the best builds. First of all, the best team that you're gonna use Go will be Cha, Min, and Go. Currently now, in my opinion, that will be like the best team for the light, and this is something that most likely you will use against Baron, Workshop of Brilliant Light, for example, or the future content. Mainly Go is extremely good unit. Extremely good unit that needs dupes to work properly, but pretty much I was right. I need to say it again related to him. Many people trash him too early. He's actually an amazing unit, but currently now he's not such valuable unit because there is not so much content for him except of the guild boss or maybe in core missions or something like that, but reverse mode. But definitely in future content he will be way more useful for sure. Anyways, what is his best build? Okay, before the best build, we need to discuss a little bit about his skills. So, basic skill, weak breakage, right? Like with the skills and all of that, he doesn't do anything too crazy, right? Except with except when you get the dupes. Okay, so A1 we have it for free. Okay, so when you have it at A1, he already will be doing a pretty nice DPS, and as well he will be buffing your whole team for each light team member in the party. The user light damage will increase and critical hit damage will increase. Okay, this part already, it's a nice support right there with a pretty decent damage. He scales from defense. Mainly, I still think for future content, I would go for A3 for him. Since we have him already at A1, you literally need to pull just 2 dupes, and I believe in that future content that break effectiveness will be extremely important, and that almighty break with supernova, plus also giving the survivability like crazy. Defense by 50, shield equal to 20% of Go GUNHEE defense. Have in mind, even though he gets defense, he will do bigger damage because he scales from that, and the user's damage they can decrease by 20. Okay, 4-star also will increase his DPS, and then 5-star additionally will increase his DPS like crazy. But it's not a must. A3 is where you can literally stop and you are good to go and you're ready for the upcoming content. That's that. Okay, first, just so while we hear what you should invest first, Definitely power of brilliant light is really good to invest first. But you can level it in equal way, honestly. You can level it in equal way. Core attack is super important, so you can also level up core attack pretty a little bit more than anything else, but he needs to be built up in somewhat of a balance. And of course, this part, I don't know why I accidentally leveled this up to level 80, but this is pretty much what you should level up at the end. So don't look at this. This is wrong. Okay, ultimate is super important. Ultimate, but definitely power of brilliant light, abdominal crush, fighting spirit, because you're gonna use this a lot. So actually the basic skills, core attack, super important, ultimate, and then you can play around with everything else. But the dupes are the main purpose for him to shine. Okay, anyways, so I don't repeat myself constantly. This was just like a summarization about him. The best build for I almost said Sung, for GUNHEE. So you can use for him greed artifacts. You can use the 2 set with combination, for example, what I'm using right now with Sylph's Blessing. 2 set, when the user uses QT skills, support skills, or ultimate skill, it increases the user and their team elements weakness damage by 5%. 4 set, increase the skill duration to 60 and increases the 60 seconds, right? And increases the element weakness damage effect stack maximum to 3 instances. This is a nice way to buff the user, which is really helpful for him if you have him like already like A4. That's already nice DPS, A5 especially, right? So this will buff him even additionally, and team, and everyone in the team, okay? But mainly you're gonna use him just in that light team, okay? Let's get real. And as a buffer, as a breaker, depending on your achievements you've done with him. So this is the right side that you can use. Also, what you can use is the outstanding connection. Especially when you're playing just with hunters, right? Because when you tag out, it will increase the user and their team members attack by 12% for 10 seconds. And 4 set will increase attack, increase effect to 28. This is a nice buff right there. Literally, you can play around with this type of artifacts. Always prioritize the stats like defense, critical hit rate, and critical hit damage, so you can maximize the amount of survivability, and so you maximize the amount of damage you're gonna pull with him. More things that you can use is the obsidian necklace. When the user has 70% or more of their MP, which he's not using a lot of MP because you're gonna use a lot of basic attacks, their damage dealt increased by 10%. 4 set effect, the damage dealt increase effect potency increases to 25, and this effect now triggers when the user is at 40% of more of their maximum MP. So nice. This is a pretty crazy for him as well. But here you're not you're buffing. Yeah, you're literally buffing only him for the damage. But with the blessing and connection, you're buffing yourself and others. Like, super important thing to know. Super important thing, but all of these artifacts, depending on the situations, are legit to use. Like I said already, you can use the blessing, right? Where it is here. Yeah, you can use the blessing on the right side as well. You can play around, really. Okay, on the left side, so you can... Not blessing, sorry, greed. OMG, sorry, greed. Okay, you can also use greed. Have in mind, because you can use the 2 set. Because you will increase the user's critical hit rate, and it will stack up. When greed effect stacks 10 times, it enhances to enhance greed, increase the users and then their team members' critical hit rate. So this is when you're going for the 4 set, and the 8 set, you get even that boost for the breakage capability to the elemental weakness. So when you have elemental weakness, you can go honestly with full greed set for him. It's a good. You can also go for the mix. On the left side, what other except greed you can use? You can use the Guardian, which will increase the shield effect with which Go is applying. And when a team member, including the user, activates shield, it increases their individual damage dealt by 10%. You can use that. One hit kill, you can use that as well, which will increase ultimate skill damage by 25 and decrease the ultimate skill cooldown by 40. This is something you're gonna use in the fights where you need a lot of ultimates, maybe almighty break, maybe that additional damage. It really depends, but in most cases you're gonna use the full greed set on him, or the combination of greed and others that I set on the right. That is my opinion in most cases. Also, you can use the solid analysis to have bigger break effectiveness, which he will break a lot, and Forset will increase the break. When attacking enemies that have element weakness, can also increase the break effectiveness by 30. So also, to get more DPS from him, at the end of the day, you can use Warmonger. That will increase his defense and he scales from that, and it's beautiful. But definitely, that's pretty much that, honestly, what you can use. This is all the combinations. I believe everything was explained, but in my opinion, pretty much the full greed set is extremely useful, especially if you're fighting against that elemental weakness opponent. Or you can use this type of combination like greed and then others on the right. And that is pretty much, guys, the best build, and in my opinion the best team for him, which I will showcase in the next video. I don't even know where I'm at. Okay, chapter 6:15. Okay, I didn't play reverse. I played a little bit, nothing too crazy, but this will be the best team. This will be the best team, pretty much for Go, and this will work like a charm. This will work like a charm. Go will break, Go will buff, Min will buff, Min will heal, Cha will explode, and that's insane. On the Go you can use greed. On Min you can use blessing, or you have the combination of blessing and I don't know how those gears are called, unfortunately, but you can use the combinations of, again, the blessing. And yeah, as well, you can use this on Go. Concentration of firepower. Sorry, you can use this as well. I forgot. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Okay, you can use that. And then here we have... on the left side, you can use Blessing, of course, but you can also use the Cleric's Hat and the Holy Hat. And this will work like a charm. On Cha, you can put even one hit. You can put even like... you can go with Curse, you can go with Toughness, but as well you can go with one hit kill to have like a constant ultimates from her, which is like extremely broken. Okay, guys, that's it. I hope you did enjoy. Now the best, okay, Go can scale from core attack as well, especially when you have dupes. So if you wanna maximize the amount of damage he does, you wanna use Tusk, and for example for combustion and lowering defense. You can also use the tank first. But overall, if you want that your Cha totally explodes and you're using mainly Go as a support, then you're gonna go like this. Okay. So you can really play around who you wanna highlight with DPS. Okay, it's really on you. Okay, that's it, guys. Love you. I hope you did enjoy it. Hopefully it was helpful. Plenty of you asked me this, so thank you for all support. See you in the next one. Bye. Again, make sure to support me in content creator program. So many codes I have, so do it. It's pretty much free essence. So like every single person who now supports me, it's getting 1,500 free essence easy. Bye, guys.